Students, please log in with your roll numbers, last 3 digits. Suppose roll number 501, 502, like that. Please join with your registration numbers only, last 3 digits. Don't use your names. After 10 minutes, I am going to lock the screen. So please log in with your roll number, last 3 digits only. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to start the subject Python programming. It is for second year's first semester. Today I am going to deal about introduction to Python programming. I am Dr. BVVS Prasad, working as associate professor in the Department of CSC in Chebrolu Engineering College, affiliated to JNTU UK, Kakinada. And these are all my memberships. I am an associate member of IEEE, life member of ISTE, associate member of CSI, and the member of IAENG. So there are so many languages. C language, R programming language, C++, Java, Python. But nowadays Python become more popular. Why it became more popular? Because Python is scripting language as well as programming language. Python is scripting language as well as programming language. What is the difference between scripting language and programming language? Suppose if you take an example of C program, if we want to write addition of two numbers program, at that time, initially you start with header files, including header files. After header files, each and every program in C language starts with main only. So you open main program. In that main program, you define variables. Suppose for the sake of addition of two numbers and printing that addition, we need at least 3 variables, or sometimes we will use only 2 variables also. Suppose 3 variables, int a comma b comma c, and we will write like in print statement, enter first number %d and enter second number, like that you enter all those details, and addition operation c is equal to a plus b, then printf %d c. Like that you have to print, you have to write all those things. But in the case of Python programming, no need of all those things. No need to define the data type also. No need. See with an example. Suppose these three arrows indicates the Python editor. These three arrows indicates the Python editor. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to A plus B, print C. In Python, this is enough. In Python, this is enough to write an addition program. See the result. Click enter. The result is 30. C is equal to A plus B. A is equal to 10. B is equal to 20. C is equal to A plus B. Print C. If you observe here, we never given any data type to A, B, C. Till now, we did not given any data type to A, B, C. Automatically, Python interpreter taken this. See another example. A is equal to 5.0, enter. B is equal to 2, enter. C is equal to A plus B, enter. Print C. So here we never declare the data type as float, but automatically the Python interpreter convert this one. So the major difference between the programming language and scripting language is each and every program in the programming language must be compiled. After the compilation only it will be going to execution. But in the case of Python, no need of compilation. No need of compilation. And here we never define the data type. We never define the data type for any variable. Suppose if we want to see the data type, then we type of A. So here A is equal to 5.0. Type of A returns float. Suppose type of B. Type of B is integer because you given B is equal to 2, but we never define the data type here. We never define data type here. And if you have any doubt, type of C. Because you done addition operation, automatically the result of C is 7.0. So the type returns float value. So class of 4. Okay, do you understand? Suppose if we want to do multiplication operation, A is equal to 2, enter. B is equal to 3, enter. A is equal to A into B, enter. Print A. A is equal to initially 2, B is equal to 3. What? A is equal to A plus A into B returns 6. Here we are using the same variable. If you use like this, the memory will be saved. If you use like this, the memory will be saved, because if you take 3 variables A, B, C, obviously it will take for each and every variable 2 bytes of memory, 2, 2, 2, almost 6 bytes of memory. But in the case of this program, we are defining only 2 variables A and B, so that 4 bytes is enough. That's why we reduce the memory also. The most important thing as a developer is to maintain space complexity and time complexity. Suppose if you join in any software company, as a developer, the company observes your programming skills. The most important thing in developing a program is reduce the number of lines. Suppose if you write one program in 100 lines, it is executed, no errors, it is executed. Then what you have to do? You have to reduce those 100 lines to 50 lines. Then you will become a good developer, because every time in software industry they look for space complexity, reduce the space, reduce the memory. Take me one example. Suppose if you see the memory card, if you see the memory card in your phone, the memory card size, 1 GB memory card size is same, 2 GB memory card size is same. Even if you go for 64 GB or 128 GB memory card, even 1 terabyte memory card if exists, that memory card size also same. For look and feel, the size same. That will be the port which is available for memory card slot also same. So the space complexity is plays a crucial role in the case of software industry while you are going to develop your programs. Students, already 10 minutes over. I am going to log the session. Okay, for the sake of you, I will wait up to 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I am going to log the screen. Okay. So this is the main difference between programming language and scripting language. But Python acts as in scripting language as well as programming language. Here we already written 4 lines of code. This is a program. So Python acts as programming language and scripting language. Each and every statement is executed without compilation. Each and every statement is executed without compilation. Let me take one example. Suppose if I want to print hello world, simply print hello world. Observe, hello world is already printed. Just I click on enter, that's it. After typing print hello world, I click just enter. The output will be displayed here. But in the case of C language, what you will do? First you have to write hash include stdio.h. After that, you have to write void main or int main, whatever it may be. So here error. Why error came? Because Python is an interpreter. Python is an interpreter. It executes line by line. So invalid syntax. There is no need of main statement. There is no need of main statement in Python. That's why the syntax error will come. Do you understand? In case of C language, what you will do? You will type hash include stdio.h. You will type void main. After that, open brace. In that open brace, you write print statement, printf hello world, and close brace. But in the case of Python, what we will do? We will write only print hello world. That's it. So no need of compilation. For C program, you have to compile. After compilation only, the program is converted into executable file. Whenever an executable file is created, after that, the executable file is going for execution. So you have to do two operations in C language. First one is compilation and second one is execution. But in the case of Python, no need of compilation. We are directly going for execution. That's why scripting language is more powerful. But Python acts as both scripting language as well as programming language. It is very much beneficial to us. So this is the syntax of Python C language. Suppose if you go for C language, hash include stdio.h. It is header file. So what my question is, if you ever observe what is the code behind stdio.h, or do you ever observe what is the code behind this print statement, printf? What is the code behind this print statement? Actually, what is going to be done in background is, in printf, there may be thousands of lines available or hundreds of lines available. So obviously our compiler taken care of this thing, because we are going to define header files. If you define hash include stdio.h, then printf related statements all executed directly. If there is no header file or there is no printf, the 1000 lines of code must be written by us only. So it will be very complicated to the developers. So what the compiler will do, these shortcuts, these application programs will taken care by your compiler and operating system. So in C language, we will write int main hash include header file stdio.h int main open brace print statement printf and close brace. After that, we go for compilation. Control F5. After that, Control F9 for execution. Then only the program will be executed. Same thing in the case of Java. The syntax of Java is class hello world. Hello world is class name. Public static void main. In Java, we write main statement like this. After that, open brace. Like printf statement in Java, system.out.println. You print hello world, close brace. So here you opened two functions. What first one is class, second one is main. So first we close main function, after that we close class. Then what we will do, we will go for compilation. The compilation in Java is Java C class name dot Java. Here class name is hello world. So the compilation is Java C space hello world. If you observe here in the class name hello, H is first letter in the word H is capital and first letter in the word W is capital. Whenever you are going for compilation, the name must be like this only. Otherwise, the class will not communicate with the compiler. So, Java C, capital H, small e, LLO, capital W, ORLD, hello world.java. Whenever you do that step, the program will be converted into executable file. So the program compiled and the executable file is ready. After executable file is ready, then we go for Java space hello world, H capital and W capital. Then the program is going to be executed. If there is any errors in the compilation itself, the errors will be displayed. See, observe here. In the case of compiler, C language and Java acts as compilers. So what compilers are going to do? The compilers are doing executed compiled all the lines in the program. Suppose in C language there are 5 lines. All 5 lines compiled, then only the errors will be displayed. But in the case of interpreter like Python, each and every line will be compiled, executed, interpreted. If there is any error in the line, then the compilation or interpretation stops and the error will be displayed to the user. Anybody unmute and ask any questions till now. If you have any questions, please ask me. Now I am going to lock the screen. If anybody want any questions, please ask me. Do you have any questions? Raise your hand so that I will unmute you if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will continue. Students, please, if you don't ask questions, I'll go forward.
Hello, sir.
Tell me.
What is interpreter, sir?
Interpreter. Okay, I'll tell you. Interpreter is nothing but, suppose if you take example here, print hello world. Suppose one line is there. If you press enter, this line is executed. So interpreter means it executes the code line by line. But in the case of compiler, in C language, if you write 10 lines of code, entire 10 lines compiled at a time, and if there are any errors, those errors will be displayed at the time of compilation. But in the case of interpreter, if the error is in the first line, suppose if you write 10 lines of code, in 10 lines, if the error is in the first line itself, suppose see here, error will be displayed in the first line itself. Error will be displayed. What is the error? Instead of print, I given as pritn. So first line itself, it is going to display the errors. That is called interpreter. In interpreter, line by line execution is going to be done. But in the case of compiler, entire code will be executed. If there is any error, there are any errors, after compilation, the errors will be displayed. But in the case of interpreter, if first line itself it is having error, the control never goes to the second line. It stops execution at the first line itself. Okay, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
మా అర్థమైందమ్మా?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే ఓకే. Next, this is addition of two numbers program. See how many lines are there for C language. Header file hash include stdio.h, then main function int main. Why we are using int main? Each and every program in C language starts with main function only. So procedural oriented. That's why we are going for main function. Open brace, int number. These are all variables. The best thing whenever you are going for coding, the best thing is you must follow coding conventions. See, in this example, they taken as int num1 comma num2 comma sum. We may take a comma b comma c, no problem. But why these people are taken as num1 num2? Because coding conventions plays a vital role in programming languages. Whenever you are going for any software industry, you must follow coding languages. So for the sake of this one, if you are going to define any variable or declare any variable, you must give an appropriate name. You must give an appropriate name to the variable. If you give ABC, also the program is going to be executed. But the important thing is you have to give names, follow strictly coding conventions. For that purpose, they given as num1, num2 and sum. Obviously it is showing num1 means it is first number, num2 means it is second number, sum addition of two numbers. So the developer or whoever may be seeing your code, they will get clarity if you give coding convention, if you follow coding conventions. And the most biggest thing and most important thing in software industry is you give comment to your function. You give comments to your function. In industry, you have to develop more than 100 functions. So it is better for each and every function you are going to develop, you must give a comment line before going to write the function. I am going to develop summation function. I am going to develop adding function or subtraction function. I am going to develop multiplication function. I am going to, this function belongs to factorial of the two numbers. Like that, you will mention. It is a best practice. So must follow coding conventions. Num1, num2, sum. And printf statement. Printf, enter first number. Scanf, for reading purpose. Scanf %d. You are giving numbers. That's why in scanf we are going to give %d. If you use float, then in scanf %f, like that. Enter second number %d ampersand num2, and sum is equal to num1 plus num2. Printf sum of the entered numbers %d comma sum, return 0. See, let us see in the case of Python. Instead of this one, please check. Do you visible this Python prompt? Do you all visible this Python prompt? Anybody please tell me this Python
Yes,
screen
sir.
is visible to you? Okay. So now please see these two statements. these two, Python language and C programming language. No need of giving int num1 is equal to 10, num2 is equal to 15, sum is equal to num1 plus num2, print double quotes sum of the entered numbers, sum of the entered numbers. See the result. Do you observe the difference? No need of giving data types, no need of giving scanf %d, no need of giving anything. You directly giving numbers and assigning, you are directly giving you are directly assigning numbers and doing summation function. So here we never use data types. This is the major advantage of Python program. By seeing your data, the interpreter itself assigns the type to the variable. The interpreter itself assigns data type to the variable. Suppose if you take strings, str1 is equal to, whenever we are going to give strings, you must use double quotes. Hello. Suppose if you not given double quotes, the error will come. Please observe. In string 1, I am giving double quotes. So in the first line, there is no error. When I'm going to second line, str2 is equal to how? Here I missed the double quotes. Whenever I am not able to give, or whenever I am not giving double quotes, automatically the interpreter shows error. But in your C language, if you type any mistakes, then also the program will never shows the mistakes. After compilation only it is showing errors. But in the case of interpreter, if there is any error in the line, if you go click on enter, then automatically the interpreter shows the error. This is the main advantage. File stdin line 1 in name error, name how is not defined, so it is treated as name, not a string. That's why we are not going to execute this line. So for that purpose, str2 is equal to, I am giving double quotes and how. Suppose we also use single quotes. Instead of double quotes. See here, this line also executed. So in the case of Python, for assigning text values, we will use either double quotes or single quotes. Next, str4 is equal to str1 plus str2 plus str3. Print str4. Do you observe? str1, I am given str1 as hello, str2 as how, str3 as or. Whenever I am using str4 is equal to str1 plus str2 plus str3, this plus acts as concatenation operator. Why? Because automatically the interpreter treated as str1 as string, str2 as string, str3 as string. Whenever we are using plus operator in between the strings, this plus indicates which operation? Concatenation operation. That's why all these three fields are added: hello, how, or. Like this, we will use concatenation operation. Now, are you clearly understand what is programming language and what is scripting language? I am once again saying, please observe. In programming language, whatever may be the programming language, compilation must be there. Once compilation over, then only the program is going to be executed. But in the case of interpreter, there is no need of compilation. Interpreter itself execute each and every line, line by line. If our program is having 100 lines, interpreter execute line by line. If second line is having error, interpreter control stops going to the third line and showing error. The second line is having error. That's it. Entire 98 lines of code, it is unable to visible, it is unable to see, because in the second line itself we wrote an error. If the second line is having error, interpreter just stops execution in the second line itself. The control never goes to 3 4 5 6 7 lines up to 100 line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, like that same Java program, this screen is visible, Java program is visible to you? Hello, my screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Public class add two integers, open brace. So in Java programming language, first we starts with class. In that class, we are going to declare main function, and int first is equal to 10, int second is equal to 20, int sum is equal to first plus second. Here, for the sake of printing in Java language, we will use system.out.println. System.out.println. The sum is plus sum. Why we are going for Python instead of C language or Java programming language? The answer for this is, see this one. If we want to print simple hello world function, our Python don't need any header files, don't need any main function. It will directly executed. If you go for print hello world, it is directly going to be executed. But in the case of C language, we must give header files # include stdio.h. After that, int main or void main, open brace, then printf hello world. Then only that program will be executed or compiled. So minimum 5 lines needed. But in the case of Python, only single line. The same thing here, in addition of two programs also. A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6, C is equal to A plus B, print C. See, observe here, in Java program, how many lines we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, open brace, closed brace, almost 8 lines.
సార్ జావాది కనిపించట్లేదు సార్, పైథాన్దే కనిపిస్తుంది.
Okay, 1 second. Now the screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
See, in Java program, how many lines needed? Public class add two strings, add two integers. This is class name. Public static void main. Next, public static void main. Next, int first is equal to 10, int second is equal to 20, int sum is equal to first plus second, system.out.println, closed brace, closed brace. But in the case of Python, we need only these four statements. A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6, C is equal to A plus B, print C. That's it. No need of this class, and no need of void main, no need of closed braces. Only these four statements enough in Python. Okay, next. Difference between programming and scripting languages. I already discussed, and once again see this one. Basically, all scripting languages are programming languages. Basically, all scripting languages are programming languages. The theoretical difference between first one, please observe first point. All scripting languages are programming languages. We already observe in Python program, we already done addition of two numbers program, so it acts as programming language. And we did not use any compilation process in Python, so it is called scripting language. The main difference between programming language and scripting language is scripting language, in scripting language no need of compiler, no need of compilation, but in programming language we must compile our code. So all scripting languages acts as programming languages because we write the code in Python addition of two numbers, but reverse is not possible. All programs never become scripting languages. If you C language, if you go for C language, we must compile. Unless or until we are not going to compile, we did not get any executable file. So never reverse is possible. All programming languages are not scripting languages. Reverse is not at all possible. And second point, the theoretical difference between the two is the scripting language do not require the compilation step and rather interpretation step. So scripting language no need compilation step, but in the case of programming language we must go for compilation. For example, normally a C program needs to be compiled before running. So compulsorily we have to compile the C program. Any program, even if you take Java program, even Java program also you have to compile that one. You take .NET program, that .NET program also we need to compile, then only the executable file comes into picture. But in the case of interpreters, no need. In the case of scripting languages, no need of compilation. The program directly going to be executed. Scripting language examples like JavaScript or PHP. Best example is HTML. If you go for HTML, HTML is error-free language. Why it is say as error-free language? There is no need of such a compilation process and all those things. So HTML is error-free language. It is a scripting language. JavaScript also a scripting language. Suppose a real-time example for JavaScript. If you go for any login, take me example of Gmail. If you consider the example of Gmail, you must enter username and password. Suppose if you enter password wrong, then the error message will be shown. Sometimes there will be an alert message. Then there will be an alert message. By using scripting language, we will create alert messages. The JavaScript, by using JavaScript, we will create alert messages. You missed this, you have to enter this field. Suppose if you miss to enter password, then the alert message like please enter password, you forgotten the password field, like that alert message will come. Applications of scripting languages: to automate certain tasks in a program. Suppose if you want to automate certain tasks in a program, we must use scripting languages. Let me take one example. Suppose take the example of this Zoom meeting. I am scheduling meeting at 11 o'clock, or suppose I want to take one more class at 3 p.m. Then right now I am going to schedule my meeting. So I am assigning a certain task to a program. Automatically at that time the program is going to be executed. So we automate certain tasks in a program. So for that purpose, scripting language is used. Extracting information from a data set. If you want to extract an information from a data set, then we go for scripting languages. Suppose if I want to extract how many people are joined in the session, if I want to extract it, then I'm go for extracting the information by using this scripting language. Next, less code intensive as compared to traditional programming languages. Yes, here observe the third point. Less code intensive as compared to traditional programming languages. When compared to C language, if you observe, Python is more easy, more user friendly, and the commands are just like normal English. That is the biggest advantage. So when compared with traditional programming languages, it is very much easy. Next, applications of programming languages. They typically run inside a parent program like scripts. If you are using application programs, each and every application program inside must be a scripting language. Inside a parent program like scripts, every programming language need scripting languages inside some scripts like JavaScript. Sometimes we use HTML like that. Some scripting languages must be need. And more compatible while integrating code with mathematical models. Suppose if we observe, let me take one example. If we want to write a square root function in C language, you must add header file like math.h. If you forget math.h and the square root function is unable to execute because the code behind sqrt is where it will be stored in math.h. If you want to call this math.h, then the program creates some errors. So if you compute mathematical functions, scripting language becomes most popular. Language like Java can be compiled and then used on any platform. Even though if you take Java language, it is platform independent, but it has to be compiled. Then only it is used on any platform. If it is not compiled, then we cannot use this one. So languages like Java can be compiled and then used on any platform. I'll stop here explaining the concepts, and now I'm going to share this one second. New share. Is this command prompt is visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do some hands-on in Python. Suppose addition of two numbers, we already see this one. Suppose if you take square root function in, suppose num1 is equal to 4, enter. Num2 is equal to num1 1/2. For the sake of 1/2, we are taking 0.5. Print num2. Square root of 4 is 2. So how much easy this Python programming language, please observe. No need of giving header files, no need of main function, no need of defining data types. Even large number of code also there. That code must be very easily we will develop. That's why nowadays so many companies are using Python. Python is started, basic Python is started in 1994 itself. In 1994 itself. But till now, last 2 years onwards, the Python became more popular because of machine learning, data science. So much code we have to do in machine learning and data science. So for that purpose, developing code and developing code in easy manner, the advantageous tool is Python. The advantageous programming language is Python. If you go for C or Java language, they must follow some syntaxes, some procedures are there, and we have to compile the code. See, even 4 lines of code, it will take some time. If you go for any software industry, thousands of lines of code is there, or 1 lakh lines of code is there. If that much code is there, obviously for the sake of compilation, it will take a lot of time. But if you prefer Python, then obviously less time. It will take less time because there is no compilation. Because there is no compilation step, the programs are going to be executed directly. So it saves memory. Number of lines also reduced. So for the sake of developing any project, we must go for time complexity and space complexity. So Python provides such a facility. If you have any doubts, please ask me.